So yesterday was church. It was the primary program. My most of my family is still on quarantine or was still on quarantine for COVID, and so it's just me and my oldest daughter who went to church. The rest of my family watched church on Zoom. And primary programs are always interesting to me. They feel a little bit like kids' piano recitals. You get a lot of relatives come. You get some kind of more marginal member just coming to see the kids, which is fine. It feels like a school play a little bit. But this primary program was really well done. There's a strong spirit there. The theme was about prayer, about Joseph Smith's prayer and the restoration. They had some special musical numbers by older primary kids. They had the kids talk about things that they prayed for and how the Holy Ghost talks to people. They sang lots of primary songs like A Child's Prayer, I'm a Child of God, listen to the still small voice. Yeah, I'm trying to be like Jesus. They had a couple of primary songs that I had never heard before, so new primary songs that were really well done. Something that really touched me is Brother Doug Lazenby shared an experience of a time when he prayed and how it helped him in his life. And it was just a really touching story about how he was going through a hard time, and he was walking someplace and he found a place between some bushes and a chain link fence that he knelt down and said a prayer that impacted his life. And they talked about finding your own sacred grove. And I think, so for those who aren't aware, the Sacred Grove is a place where Joseph Smith went to pray alone, where he had this vision of God the Father and Jesus Christ, but that idea of going someplace solitary to pray alone. And for me, my sacred grove is less of a place and more of a time period. It's the time in the morning when no one's awake except for me. And that's kind of my sacred grove, I think. Yeah. Priesthood was really good too. There's a very good spirit. In the meeting, it's hard to describe exactly why the spirit was there. Maybe it's because the primary program was really good. But they talked about President Nelson's recent talk in April about what we're learning, what we'll never forget from the pandemic, and how it impacts our lives. And I just feel like there was lots of, just people felt the spirit. It's difficult to describe on why there wasn't anything particular said. It's just the feeling in the room it was a reverent, spiritual feeling in the room. And it was very nice. I had a good time at church yesterday.